Hey, what's going on, guys? With Maverick here. I hope you can hear me alright. Yeah, tonight I'm gonna live stream just a short one, about 30 minutes, I guess. The USS Nimitz add-on from ArmA 2 got ported over to ArmA 3. It's working pretty good so far. It's definitely not finished just yet, but it's in a good way. Surprisingly, a lot of the features do work pretty much properly. A few bugs though, and I'm gonna just do a quick run down of those features and yeah, just test a few things. Feel free to ask questions. I'm here all alone in single player, so I do have time to respond. So go ahead if you have some questions. Maybe I can respond, or maybe I can answer them. Maybe not, because obviously I've not like created the add-on or done the port. So yeah, this is how it looks. You can really see that it is a port over from ArmA 2. So based on the textures, just like the detail level of the visual quality, you do recognize that it is an ArmA 2 add-on. There has not been like too many upgrades, I guess, or zero upgrades probably of the visual quality. But if that doesn't bother you, you're probably gonna have a lot of fun with it. So I'm just here on Altis, somewhere near the coast of Altis. I placed a few F-18s. Those are also not official content of ArmA 3, as you might know. They're also add-ons, but they work great with this carrier because they have tailhook features, fold wings, and other things that that work great in combination with the USS Nimitz. So let's have a look, like in first or third person. I'm not sure if you're like familiar with the USS Nimitz from ArmA 2. I'm just gonna do a quick rundown of the features. Like here at the front and also here on the side, we have two catapults that will launch off your aircraft off this carrier. Over here you got two. Here in the front you got another two. It's quite big. I did set like the whole setting a bit early in the morning. This way you can see the runway lighting, which is pretty cool. Here you got another two catapults. We will see them working afterwards. Over here you got like the I don't know what you call them, the elevators, not really freight elevators, but from here you can move your aircraft from the hangar bay to the flight deck. Pretty nice. Over here you got like the controls. As you just saw, apparently there are a few glitches, graphic glitches from time to time. I should actually get an option here to lower this baby. I did it when I tested it before. Murphy's Law strikes again. There should be a yeah, scroll option right here. Unfortunately, it's not working. Over here we have like the refueling station. You can park your aircraft next to that hose and then attach it, refuel your aircraft on the deck, which is pretty cool. This here will be the elevator for the ammunition transports, but they, as far as I know, they don't work just yet in this port over. I have no idea why I don't get the options here. I don't think I'm still on the camera. No. What are you gonna do? Yeah, this is like the front part of the flight deck. Over here we got those like four lines. Those are the like the what do you call them? I just lost the word. Like this is where you try to attach the tail hook on and the landing procedures, and they will like break your or slow down your aircraft pretty rapidly, obviously, because otherwise you're just gonna plop in the water over there. Yeah, that's the flight deck. Then here you can like walk around a bit. There's some uh, some stuff or some areas where you can walk around as an infantryman. This like reminds me of, I don't know, Minecraft probably. Again, not really detailed. Like a briefing room or so could be fun in multiplayer. And then somewhere you see it, the view is glitching through the walls and stuff, so it's not working 100% just yet. Maybe that's gonna be fixed at some point. Oh, that's a dead end. Good one. We still can't jump in ArmA. Let's see. I think I can access the hangar bay down here. Yeah, this way's the hangar bay. Down here you got a lot of space where you can, yeah, just place additional aircrafts. I placed the Nemo truck here because this way I can like use the whole user interface for the F-18s that I introduced in an earlier video. Otherwise, I will not be able to use that feature of the F-18 while on the carrier. So just like the hangar bay here, you can park additional aircraft, and there's already elevators again. I have no idea why the actions don't work. I'm just gonna restart really quick. Maybe me using the camera before messed something up. Oop. Where are the controls here? Again, yeah, now it works, but this aircraft is not parked properly. It's probably gonna flip or so. I'm just gonna show you that feature over here. So I guess because I used the camera, it got messed up before. So now I have the option elevator down. You see that like the railing pops up, and the elevator starts moving. So this way I can move the aircraft from the flight deck to the hangar bay and the other way around. Problem is, in ArmA 2 you could use the tow tractors to like attach the aircraft and maneuver them around on the carrier, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't work at this point in ArmA 3 because there are no tow tractors. I did see a screenshot with a huge UGV actually, but I'm not sure if that was just like a fun screenshot or if it's actually supposed to be working. But the problem is if you park your aircraft forward here on the elevator from the flight deck and you lower the elevator, you will not be able to like roll backwards into the hangar. So if you can't maneuver them backwards, it's kind of hard to get them in position. It's not really fast here, this elevator, but I guess that's kind of realistic. It's not so in real life either. By the way, I'm drinking. Gonna be fun to fly afterwards. Don't drink and fly, as they say. So that's basically the Nimitz itself. You see here on the windows as well, like really low detailed textures, which is a bit unfortunate. But at least some of the features, or most of the features, work, and that's what I'm going to show you now. So let's hop in one of those F-18s and take a quick flight, see how the catapults work, and especially the landing afterwards. So let's start her up. Oh man, I haven't been flying in ArmA in quite a while. They're going to use one of those front catapults. While rolling with the aircraft, sometimes it's kind of bumpy. If you roll over some of those lights or the hatches and stuff like that. So what you want to do, you want to land your aircraft with the catapult, obviously. then bring it to a stop with the front wheel kind of about yeah, where I'm right now. Okay, so this should be good. If you use your scroll wheel or your extra menu now, you should have an option, a lower launch bar, catapult 1. I'm in catapult 1 now. Select that option. I'm attached to the catapult. You see some smoke is appearing. It's a bit glitched if you ask me. Still a nice effect. Behind me the blast shields come up. We kind of missed that now. They can slowly come up out of the floor. I obviously want to unfold my wings before takeoff, even though I think it would be possible with the game, but in real life you don't want to try that. I'm going to go full flaps because I need a lot of lift to start. Then I go full throttle. I'm going to show you that in third person now. Full throttle, the aircraft will not move because I'm attached to the catapult. I hit salute, and off we go. Gear up, flaps up. We're good. It's not necessary to use the afterburner on the F-18. You will get enough speed. I advise you to use the flaps, at least semi-flaps. I use full flaps. And that should do the job though. So that's basically the starting of the takeoff maneuver. It's pretty simple. Let's do a tower flyby. What the hell is it? What's going on? Should be on my 12 now. My view distance is set to like 5 clicks or so, but it's still horrible. So here goes. Any questions at that point, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Where is it? Yeah, no, here. The comment section on the live stream, or if you watch it after watching YouTube, you can also ask questions there. And I will try to respond or to answer them. So let's go for a landing. I created myself a like an approach vector here, that green line, that helps me align with the carrier in the landing approach, because otherwise it's going to be hard to hook into those wires or cables. I think they're called, like, I don't know, cables, landing, stopping, braking cables, whatever. And if I don't come like straight in the right angle, it's going to be hard to attach to them. And yeah, if you have the view distance of like 5 clicks or so, the carrier will pop up pretty late to really adjust your speed and everything. And if you miss that, or if you use a line like that I created in the editor as a marker, which is super simple, you have an approach vector. You can make sure you fly in that vector, as you see in the lower right corner on the GPS now, and then you should be good to go for the landing. So obviously landing gear down, at least CMA flap, probably full flaps should be better. I gotta watch my speed now because I don't want to go too fast. I don't want to drop in the water. Obviously I don't want to stall just before touchdown. I gotta make sure I lower the tail hook, as you can see now. And the add-on has an IFLOLS, which is like an ILS thing for the landing. But I hate that thing, quite frankly. Alright, that worked. Wasn't too good. I was focusing on the freaking from the freaking landing thing. You can turn that on, and the lights will change. It will tell you if you're in a good approach, because the in-game ILS doesn't work on the carrier. What you want to do is shortly before you come down, lift the nose obviously, so the hook is down at the back. Gives you a better chance of hooking in, and go full throttle, because in case you miss the cables, you will have enough speed to take off again. If you like go full brakes and you miss the cables, you're just gonna take a dive right afterwards. You don't want to do that. So right now I'm attached to the cables. I'm not sure you can actually see them. You just use the action tail hook up, the cables disappear. To maneuver on the carrier, you can fold your wings again, and then you can like taxi around here. Just gonna go show you the refueling thingy. Let's park it over here. Next to the hose. Now you should get the option begin fuel transfer. See, the aircraft is like glitching, it's hopping around, kind of annoying. And now the hose is pretty much attached to the aircraft. Looked actually better when I tried it before. And you see like a pop-up on the top right side. Fueling level. It is fueling up now. Unfortunately, no like real life information on those displays here inside this aircraft, but that's obviously has to do with the F-18 add-on, nothing of the carrier. So fuel level 100%. I can end fuel transfer now, and if you check the fuel bar on the top left side, it switches to full now. So I'm good on fuel. Another feature that works. Excellent. Let's go back there, try to rearm. That should work too. As mentioned before, or as you have seen on the hangar bay, I parked an ammo truck. This should give me the option to use the service menu right here, and this way I can use those the features of the F-18 mod. I can select my loadout here. No, not that way. I can change the paint scheme of my aircraft if I want to do so. But that's just below but because the ammo truck is parked below on the hangar bay. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I can show you. I'm gonna pop out here in the editor really quick, show you what I did here, a few tips. But other than that, yeah, I don't have much more to say about this add-on at this point. It's still work in progress. So this is like this approach vector. You just create yourself a marker, rectangle or so, 30 meters, 2,000 meters, whatever color you want, and you just have to line it with the carrier. Then I just place another marker because I don't see the carrier on the map or on the radar. Maybe for the deck altitudes to spawn your aircrafts on, I have 3 aircrafts on the flight deck. You just set elevation to 18. This seems to be working properly. If you leave it to 0, the aircraft will spawn like in the ground. It will bug out and explode. If you set it to 18, it should be good. And the aircraft on the lower deck is set to 7.5 meter. That seems to be alright as well. I used some coding here for the fold wings on mission start, also for the custom textures, or like the custom skin on mission start. You can find information about those scripting codes in the README file of the F-18 mod if you use that. I'm not going to go more into detail about this right now. Yeah, that's about it. to sum it up, it's a nice add-on. I already played with it a lot in Arma 2. I introduced it back then. Um, it's still great, obviously. Visually, it's not on the same level as other Arma content, Arma 3 content, as you saw. But if that doesn't bother you, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a lot of fun. The add-on is still work in progress. Let's have a look at the known issues in as they are like announced by the creator, or basically by the porter. The creator was J-Dog and a few of his buddies. They created the whole thing for Arma 2, and now it's ported by T-Teat. He did the port over, and yeah, a few of his known issues are the carrying does not move. You can hop in like as a driver, or you can spawn as a driver, but you cannot drive around with it. You can only place one of them on the map, because otherwise the second one will not work. You can place it, but it will not work. Apparently some systems have problem with the game freezing if you use the Nimitz on Altis. Apparently it happens that the plane suddenly explodes when you move it into the catapult position, or when you attach it there. I did it about 5 times tonight. It never exploded for me. I don't know. The plane will take damage when landing. If it does, it's just minimal. It obviously depends on how rough your landing is. If you touch down like a rock, you will take damage, or your landing gear can take damage. But if you do a smooth landing, I think it shouldn't create too much damage. Yeah, sometimes action menu entries might get duplicated. Right now it pretty much only works with the F-18 because it features the tailhook. I have not tried it with the Buzzard, with the official Arma 3 aircraft with the Buzzard. Might work, might not. Towing does not work on dedicated servers. Apparently towing is available, but I haven't tried that. Maybe it's really with those UGVs. The Zodiacs don't work, and the weapons elevator does not work on dedicated servers. It's possible that there are a few more features I haven't tested yet, like the weapons elevator. I have to give the README a quick read as well, and check that out. But I think for now it does it. Yeah, as I said, it's a fun add-on. At this point, it's still work in progress. I hope a few of those features are going to get fixed, and I really hope that like the textures are going to be upgraded, because yeah, Arma 3 has great graphics, and it kind of takes the immersion out of it if you have a vehicle or an aircraft, vehicle or like a ship in there that looks as if it were from, I don't know, Minecraft or so. No, it's not that bad. Sorry. I guess you get my point. Check it out. It's available on Armaholic. You can find it there in the downloads on Arma 3, under Arma 3 vehicles and naval, I think, or probably also the BIS forums or so. Yeah, just give it a try. Are there any other questions? What is the USS Nimitz? Well, the USS Nimitz is an aircraft carrier. It's in this case, it's an Arma 2 add-on that was ported over to Arma 3, as I just explained in the last few minutes. So this is like a rough screenshot. Yeah, I'm not going to re-explain the whole thing. If you missed like the beginning of the stream, you can re-watch it as soon as I'm done, and you can also re-watch it on YouTube afterwards. So this right here is that screenshot I talked about. You see here a UGV. Like with an aircraft attached. I could actually, well, I can try if that works. If and how that works. Could be interesting. Let's just spawn one of those. Probably the non-armed version. Question is, how the hell am I going to control it? Well, maybe Doesn't seem as if they had created something like special that comes with the add-on that is like enterable. Because if I use this one right here, I cannot select as player, and if I try to connect to it as a UAV operator, I cannot like, well, maybe I can control it. Well, let's see. Might work. Might work, might not. If I use it as the driver there. Where's the freaking UAV operator player? Should be interesting. Connect to this baby. Would be kind of weird though if you like had to use a UAV terminal to to maneuver those aircrafts. Oh shit, what happened? I do actually get an attached vehicle option. Look at that shit. Fuck, the view's totally messed up, but I have it attached. Oh, wrong button. Okay. Cool. I didn't thought it would work, but apparently it does. It's kind of glitchy though, but that was also the case in ArmA 2, so that's not really surprising. So okay, I have an option now to maneuver those aircrafts around. Oh crap. I could try to like park it backward. Oh man, the view is fucked up. Sorry about that. Sorry about the cursing. By the way, I use track IR, that's why I keep moving my head like a retard. Oh, shit. It's probably gonna explode on my ass. No, I'm not gonna try that, it's gonna take too long. But anyway, I do have the option this way to... I should have been detached now. To taxi the aircrafts around, to move them around, park them on the elevators, and yeah, move them upwards, downwards, all kinds of sorts of thing. So that's pretty sweet. It's a nice feature. As mentioned before, in ArmA 2 there were the towing tractors that came with Operation Arrowhead, I think, where you could actually hop in, you know. And it was a lot easier than here with the UGV control. But at least it's possible. So we're still, or this add-on is still like in the beta stage probably. So it's already good that something is working. All right. I guess I'm already through. Thanks a lot for watching. Any other questions? Yep, definitely nice to have a ship. Oops, to have a bigger ship that works with those F-18s. Also cool because now you could do like, if you want to use it in multiplayer, you could create some scenarios where you have like the US or the NATO faction using the carrier as a starting base, and then like the OP4 using the main airfield there on the Altis Island. So you could do some sort of competitive thing, or yeah, it's just it gives you a few more options, and definitely for flying it's a lot of fun. I played in ArmA 2, played a lot in co-op with a friend with the F-14s. It's just awesome, you know, if both of you are on a catapult and then you launch like simultaneously and fly a mission, return here, fucking glitches. Yeah, it's really cool, it's really cool. Alright, I already used the elevator before, I'm not gonna do that again. Alright, any more questions like related to what I showed you here, related to the features? in ArmA 2 it was also possible to use those towing tractors as ammo carriers. You could use that small elevator in the front here, lower them down to like the ammo loading area, whatever you can call it. And then you could load it up. You could bring it up here with this small elevator. Here you could drive up to the aircrafts and rearm them that way. Not sure if that works. Maybe also with those UGVs. I'm not sure though if they fit in here. Should I try? Let's try. Don't have anything better to do. Probably I think they won't fit. Huh? That's just fine. I can't call the option now. I'm gonna have to do it manually. Let's try to. Oh crap. No good. Okay, that didn't work properly. Can I call it again? It was kind of weird. See if you can get it done. No, it doesn't seem to work. It's too big. It doesn't fit the hatch. Well, what are you gonna do? Maybe they will bring out some sort of some sort of towing tractor or like ammo tractor or whatever that you can use to rearm the aircraft here on deck. Would be a nice feature. Okay, let's just check out with the comments again. Yeah, next step will be to launch amphibious vehicles out of the back, like battlefield style or so. This would definitely be fun if you could launch some of those amphibious vehicles out of the back and then like make your way to the coast. Although they're super slow, so it would take a long time to get there. At least from where I'm standing now, you would have to bring the carrier pretty close to the coast and therefore expose it to all sorts of enemy fire. Because from here with an amphibious vehicle to the coast, I guess you would be like swimming for, I don't know, at least half an hour. But definitely it would be a fun feature, yeah. Certainly. Is it possible to add A defenses? Yeah, sure. You can use elevation scripting for AI controlled air defenses. So maybe a stinger tripod or so. You just have to figure out the proper elevation, which is I think it was 18 meters for the flight deck, and what did I say before? 7 for the lower deck. About 18 is the flight deck, and 7.5 is you can actually try it. 7.5 is the cargo deck or the hangar bay. Should be static A launcher. Let's try 18. See what happens. You want to ungroup it because otherwise it's going to spawn somewhere information to the group leader probably. Yeah, boom. I guess I was too low, so it glitched. It like popped up in the air. Oh, he's still alive though. Let's try to set it a bit higher. Oh, it was 180. Okay, that doesn't work. Poor bastard. Yeah, that's way better. Yeah, you could try to do it like that. This is an option. can also park the AAA vehicle like there at the back or so if you want to do so, but it's going to be in your way on the landing approach. But that's an option. You could do the same thing for 50 cal machine guns, so HMGs. You can park or place a few of those here on the aircraft, maybe up there on the tower or so. And if they're AI controlled, they will automatically engage hostile aircrafts and approach. That's an option, but you cannot like create yourself a minigun as you have it in Battlefield or so. This would require an additional add-on which gives you the actual weapon. I guess you get my point. Alright, any other questions? I guess not. If that's so, thanks a lot for joining in. I hope it was somewhat entertaining and educating. Yeah, that's how ArmA works. You always have to try out things on the fly. And I'm surprised how many features do actually work, especially that towing thing. I did not see that coming. But also the other features are cool. The only thing that bothers me at this point is like the lower textures and like the graphical edges somewhere. Sometimes you can see through the floors, you can see through the walls. And it's just the entire model is not as detailed as the rest of ArmA 3 is for most parts. And yeah, it's kind of non-fitting, you know, in some areas. But if you just like to have some fun with it, fly around with it, or not fly around on it, yeah, it's definitely going to be fun, and you should give it a try. Putting helos on the deck is exactly the same. You just set the elevation and you're good to go. Alright, I think I'm out. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye. Elevators. But from here you can move your aircraft from the hangar bay to the flight deck. Pretty nice. Over here you got like the controls. As you just saw, apparently there are a few glitches, graphic glitches from time to time. I should actually get an option here to lower this baby. I did it when I tested it before. Murphy's Law strikes again. There should be a scroll option right here. Unfortunately, it's not working. Over here we have like the refueling station. You can park your aircraft next to that hose and then attach it, refuel your aircraft on the deck, which is pretty cool. This here will be the elevator for the ammunition transports, but they, as far as I know, they don't work just yet in this port over. I have no idea why I don't get the options here. I don't think I'm still on the camera. No. What you gonna do? Yeah, this is like the front part of the flight deck. Over here we got those like 4 lines. Those are the like the what do you call them? I just lost the word. Like this is where you try to attach the tail hook on and the landing procedures, and they will like break your or slow down your aircraft pretty rapidly, obviously, because otherwise you're just gonna plop in the water over there. Yeah, that's the flight deck. Then here you can like walk around a bit. There's some stuff where maybe you can answer them, maybe not, because obviously I've not like created the add-on or done the port. So yeah, this is how it looks. You can really see that it is a port over from ArmA 2. So based on the textures, just like the detail level of the visual quality, you do recognize that it is an ArmA 2 add-on. Um, there has not been like too many upgrades, I guess, or zero upgrades probably of the visual quality. Um, but if that doesn't bother you, you're probably gonna have a lot of fun with it. So I'm just here on Altis, somewhere near the coast of Altis. I placed a few F-18s. Those are also not official content of ArmA 3, as you might know. They're also add-ons, but they work great with this carrier because they have tailhook features, fold wings, and other things. Hey, what's going on, guys? With Maverick here. I hope you can hear me all right. Yeah, tonight I'm gonna live stream just a short one, about 30 minutes, I guess. The USS Nimitz add-on from ArmA 2 got ported over to ArmA 3. It's working pretty good so far. It's definitely not finished just yet, but it's in a good way. Surprisingly, a lot of the features do work pretty much properly. A few bugs though, and I'm gonna just do a quick run down of those features and just test a few things. Feel free to ask questions. I'm here all alone in single player, so I do have time to respond. So go ahead if you have some questions. Maybe I can respond those. That work great in combination with the USS Nimitz. So let's have a look. Like in first or third person. I'm not sure if you're like familiar with the USS Nimitz from ArmA 2. I'm just gonna do a quick rundown of the features. Like here at the front and also here on the side, we have two catapults that will launch off your aircraft off this carrier. Over here you got two. Here in the front you got another two. It's quite big. I did set like the whole setting a bit early in the morning. This way you can see the runway lighting, which is pretty cool. Here you got another two catapults. We will see them working afterwards. Over here you got like the I don't know what you call them, the elevators, not really freight